Guest in own home. All right, here we go. Hey, Bill, I hear you on the wife feeling like you're a guest in your own home. I'm an airline pilot and have been home way more than ever, which I took as a good thing, but apparently I'm screwing up her and the kids' routine. I just keep biting my tongue thinking what the routine would be like if someone wasn't off working to pay for all this shit. Rant over. Love the podcast. Stand up and F is for family. Thanks and go fuck yourself. Yeah, I mean, you need to understand her and she needs to understand you. Because, like, I always see, like, with professional sports athletes, right? Professional athletes. They provide an amazing, obviously, lifestyle for everybody to be living. But then, like, they're not home a lot. So what happens is everybody gets into this fucking groove that doesn't involve you. And then all of a sudden you come home and then, yeah, you do disrupt it. So, so there's that weird thing that she is right that you are disrupting the routine, but, it would be nice if she also acknowledged that you're paying for the routine. But that's not how it works. I found that when you actually make a good point with the woman, that automatically means that you just somehow threw something in their face rather than you brought up a point to defend your own position. Well, you don't need to throw it in my face. I didn't throw anything. I just said it. Trying to give you a little bit of perspective. It sounds to me like you, on some level, think what I just made was a great point, and you can't really refute it. So now what you're going to do is act like that somehow by me bringing up a great point to shine a light on my position is somehow being rude to you. Am I supposed to just sit here and be a fucking punching bag? That is fucking amazing that you're a fucking airline pilot. So you probably have like 300 people's lives in the palm of your hand for the better part of anywhere from 3 to 6 hours. And you have to handle that. You have to fly instrument every fucking flight, right? Anything above, oh my God, I already forget. Anything above 18,000 feet, I think you automatically fly instrument. I don't know, but I'm back into flying, baby. I'm flying twice a week, and I wish I was flying 3 times a week. My auto rotations are getting really, really good. Last time I flew, I was really working on that last part of it where I don't bring the nose up, and make my RPMs go up and I lose my airspeed, to stay level and just wait to do that flare. Once I get that down, then there's the last little part, just leveling out and pulling power right before you settle down onto the ground. I did a great flight, went out to Camarillo Airport the last time, and I used this 4-flight app that I literally sat down and I watched this guy give like an hour and 7-minute instructional thing on it. Now I get it. And one of my favorite things about the app is they actually have a 3D picture of whatever airport. So if you're not familiar with the airport, you can actually look and get a 3D visual of what the approach is going to look like. You combine that with the map of the airport, and then you take an airport that you were totally unfamiliar with. I would never say that I'm familiar now because I hadn't gone to it before, or hadn't gone to it in a while, but you're just so much, you have this picture in your head, you got all the taxiways and everything, the runways, and you got the whole fucking layout, and I actually feel confident now, because that's one of the ones that's really busy a lot, and I would get anxiety when I would come in there, because you want to talk quickly, you don't want to step on anybody, and you don't want to have the tower repeat anything to you. So what I would normally do is just transition, which means I would just ask to fly through their airspace, which is the easiest thing. But this past time, I actually did some pad work at the North Pad that they have there or whatever. And I had a great time. Although I got a little frustrated with some stuff. What I'm really learning is it's just like drumming, is that, I've really been like holding on too tight with the controls. Is you want to be like, the looser you are, the more information you can take in as far as like what the helicopter's telling you. most importantly, which way the wind's coming from. And I started to do that last time because I had a couple, I came back, it was just like the first times I soloed where I would go into the downwind and all of a sudden the fucking low RPM horn would come on and I'd think, oh my God, I'm having a fucking engine failure. And it was just because I was gripping the throttle too tightly and I was overriding the governor. And I did that a couple times, so I really had to think about it. But like all my instructors have always said, you're going to be like with your feet on the pedals to have all your weight like on your heels, like super light. And when you're pushing down either your left or your right foot, the other foot is not even touching it's barely touching, I should say, the other pedal. And I don't know, like you just want to like, because I don't know what it is, like, I don't know, the more nervous you are, the less comfortable you are, the more rusty you are, just the tighter you're holding onto that thing. And then exactly what you don't want to do, which is fight the thing, ends up fucking happening. And it's the same thing as like playing some drum lick that's super fucking fast, is if you tense up, it just all goes to shit. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm flying a couple times a week. I'd like to fly 3. 3 would be fucking huge for me as far as, because it always ends up being like a 3-4 day layoff as opposed to like if I flew every other day, how good I could get would be awesome. So, but I also have responsibilities here at home, so we'll figure it out. Anyway,